Microdose, yeah. Microdose. Microdose. Microdose, dose. Microdose. Microdose, dose. Microdose. Microdose, dose.
What's good, y'all? Kush here coming to you with episode 87 of the Microdose Outdoor Edition.
Oh!
You heard that. That's my man, Kai. The first time I've seen this dude in person in like 3 years, we did the math.
And here we are, front of the Tober. We're getting right at you. What's good in the media landscape to micro about, Kush?
Well, first off, I was just on the streets of glorious San Francisco. We're in our October. As I said, that's October 2nd. And I just bumped into Frank Chu. If you don't know who he is, he's a man who protests everything, including the 12 known galaxies of such and so. But
of course,
if you see Frank Chu in October, that means 30 more days of summer.
Our own San Francisco Hogs Day here that we're experiencing. Kush, can I tell you something? I don't know how it hit so hard and fast, but yesterday, 4 people told me about Squid Game.
Okay.
And so then I had to watch it, and I enjoyed it greatly.
Okay.
We're only on episode 2. We're like halfway through, but having a great, the lady and the kid, grand old time. We're enjoying this one.
Nice. Squid Game was brought to my attention too. We even covered it on the Waffle Box podcast, cheap plug, with Mike Fish, and we both enjoyed it. It's nothing you haven't seen before. Mm-hmm. The coolest thing I thought about was Netflix didn't license this from whatever broadcaster out in South Korea. They went, hey, South Korea, make us a TV show.
Hell yeah.
Here's a lot of money.
Yeah.
And do that shit. And they did.
They heaped that on over there.
Mm-hmm.
That was very evident.
So, like I said, we've seen this with The Running Man, The Hunger Games, Battle Royale.
Battle Royale, yep.
But this definitely has the highest body count in just the first episode.
Fools are going out, and they're unapologetic about it. The first person to alert me to it was a T-Mobile employee when I was switching phones, but he failed to mention that it was a fictional show. He just said it was a show out of Korea where a lot of the contestants die, and I was like, excuse me? But yeah, it didn't catch the clarification either. But anyway, no, definitely that's a high on the reco list right there.
It's funny that you mentioned this. So I went on Netflix just that one random time in 6 weeks that you do, money well spent. But it came up, Squid Game, and at first I was like, okay, well this sounds like the Hunger Games, and it gave me its minute preview, and I just went, yeah, I don't like dub.
Yeah.
I don't want to pay attention to subs right now. I just don't. Even the way I watch TV, doesn't matter if it's English. I get subtitles, closed caption, all that shit. But I was just like, yeah, I don't want to pay attention to this. So I forgot about it. Then my man Mike Fish is texting me. He's like, yo, man, there's this game show, or this show about a game show in Korea. And so all I saw was game show in Korea. And I was like, what the fuck are you getting me into, dude? I can see this on KTSF out here right now. Okay?
What's going on?
And then I was like, oh, it's this fucking thing. And I was like, I will commit to one episode.
One episode.
And then one turned into 7, and I was like, well, I guess I could finish this tomorrow before the recording.
Just get right through it. It's like popcorn. You're like, no, we get it. We're doing the things. But yeah, even into the second episode where it's like they rejoin society and they're like, are we going to go back? It's very like, what was it, Lost season 3 or 4, when they're like, they all go back to humanity. They're like, they all have this connection. Like, I got to go back to the island, man. I need the money. Like, it was wild because they all have like, no, that guy, he knows.
Like, oh yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
My life is shit and I owe everybody.
This is shit.
I had a lot of fun with the conversion calculator on this.
Yes, the one.
Now there's bad math on one of our parts. I calculated it to just less than $4 million US, and my man Mike went like, no, Cash, it's 41 million.
Yes.
So like, potato.
Yeah, it was close enough. I read for the total prize amount, it's like, was it 45.5 billion won? It's like $38 million. I think that was because again, yes, we went down the exact same rabbit hole. I was like, oh, how much is that?
It's just under 938 Bitcoin.
Of course. I love that shot that they put in of the piggy bank
Yes.
when they're showing it for the first time fill up, and it's just this glowing, gorgeous orb, just cash coming down, and they're like, it's a great
I like
shot.
the sound of bundles of cash just stacking on top of it.
They had-
It's a nice sound.
They had bundles, but then there were singles floating in after just for effect. You're like, come on, guys.
Just for fun.
They just want it, yeah,
You
visual.
got to curve that out. Like, you're not gonna.
Netflix is definitely pioneering in terms of the vice that people are yearning after, because it had vibes of you remember in the Queen's Gambit when they had that gorgeous shot of the opiate pills that was backlit and giant and glorious, and she was just reaching, like embracing that, and it's the same level of almost like peering into the in Pulp Fiction into the suitcase, like whoa, there it is, that's your MacGuffin. Oh.
Well, I tell you, keep steady. Just burn it out, man. It's a quick burn. But like every other Netflix series, it could be 2 or 3 episodes shorter. Couple things, just don't go anywhere super underwhelming. And that's all. I'm gonna leave it to you at that.
Dig.
I've been watching the What If on Disney Plus.
How's this hitting you?
It's fine. My biggest surprise is that people are just like shitting on it. Kai, we live in a society now with the shortest of attention spans, but all the
time.
investment in a story.
It's
I can
wild.
only watch this 10 minutes at a time, but I need it stretched out over 70 parts.
So, 3 hours.
So I
is-
can sit in front of it for 6 hours.
3 hours is too long for a movie, but I will watch 14 hours of this show in a row. Oh my god.
So I'm liking. I just saw the newest one today.
What was the newest one? Where are
The
we?
newest one is what if Ultron succeeded
Oh.
in getting Vision's body.
Mm.
That was the whole thing in Age of Ultron.
Yeah.
So he gets the Mind Stone, which is still in Vision's head, and so now he has got that access to that stone. But that wakes up Thanos, and Thanos immediately shows up with the other 5 stones.
Oh,
and everyone's
trouble.
just like, oh, this is going to be some badass. No. Vision Ultron, just with the Mind Stone, just draws him right in half.
Really?
And then it just splits in half by Thanos.
Wow. Good times.
And then Ultron just kills everything, murders everybody, genocides the entire universe.
So Thanos would have been, it would have been friendly in comparison. Wow.
There's an episode with a friendly Thanos. Have you seen that one yet?
I listen. My daughter and I turned off the first one.
Okay.
And I haven't been back. I have been moving across country.
Yes.
And I'm moving again, so maybe we'll pick this back up. But no, I haven't dabbled in any of the other ones.
Well, so episode 2 is what if the Ravagers kidnapped T'Challa instead of Star-Lord?
Ah.
And he's just like the coolest dude ever. Like everybody loves him.
Aw.
And, like the Ravagers all worship him, and like blue Southern, white trash guy.
Right.
He's like, that's my boy, that's my son. I love this guy. He's establishing peace everywhere. Like they're putting in food programs on desolate planets, and then all of a sudden, the blue's like, Thanos just pops up with a Mai Tai is. It's like, he even changed my mind about a thing or two. And then like someone's like, that's right, Captain Genocide. And he's like, hey, it's not genocide. It's a good plan. But T'Challa, that's my guy.
I'm going to have to go back and check this out.
They're a lot of fun. They're all different. I enjoyed this new one with Thanos and Vision the most. It gets to the point where the Watch is even like, oh shit, this ain't supposed to be happening here. This is all bad. What is going on?
The TVA will have to suss them out, I suppose. Gosh, man, and then I was just seeing ads for the Book of Boba Fett, which, listen, with that ending to season 2, which was a lot, I kind of forgot about
Season 2 of The Mandalorian.
I kind of forgot about the Book of Boba Fett.
Okay.
I don't know what they've promised us, which A is good, because living up to whatever's going on. But I don't know, Kush. Like, what are we doing here?
So here's the thing about all the Disney Plus shows is that they have promised us nothing except that they exist.
Yeah.
And the Book of Boba Fett has only promised us an exact replication of this one comic book panel from a one-off, probably a Dark Horse comic at the time.
For sure.
And that is all it has promised us. And so we will see it or we won't.
Yeah.
It'll be good or who cares, I like the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, but it could have been again, even with it only being 6 episodes, could have just been a movie.
Could have been a movie.
I would have been happy to go 2.5 hour movie.
Honestly, that would have been made all those scenes more efficient, and we'd have less time to question. It's like, are they really trying to eliminate all of the border? Like, this is your plan to do this? Like, it doesn't seem like this is the way you should be going about this.
Some mistakes were made.
Yeah.
Some mistakes were made.
Some missteps.
Same chick that played Memphis Nest.
Oh, yes.
In Solo.
Yeah.
It's, almost the same character even.
They're running it back. Run it back.
Same actress, same character.
Man.
WandaVision, those first 3 episodes, they're cute. It's a lot of fun to watch them. But then you're just like, oh, Billy Crystal does this at the Oscars all the time. They just made this into a series now. Oh,
yeah.
All right. And the end was bullshit.
The end was, it was just like, okay, well, I guess we're done on that one.
Loki is okay.
Did you?
But I hated that they went like, no, we're leaving you on a season cliffhanger. Everything else is wrapped up, but we're giving you a season 2 of this. I'm just like, everything smells like cologne and cigarettes in this thing.
I don't know how much a fan of Rick and Morty everybody is, but it felt like a watered-down Rick and Morty, where it's like, oh, we got a multiverse going. We can travel through time. And it was like, they weren't even putting pedal to the metal there. It was like, yeah, they're trying to do some stuff, but I don't know.
I could totally appreciate the whole multiverse thing. But it was very formulaic because every episode, Loki just gets into a fight. I understand, like, he's been trained by Asgardians and all that shit, but I was just like, every episode you're going to get into a fight.
Everyone.
I know time really has no spot in this series, but, like, every 65 minutes you're going to get into a fight. Like,
well,
even girl Loki?
Yes, Lady Loki was mixing it up. I think, I got to say, my favorite part of that whole thing was when they're at the end of time, and the Lokis are plotting against each other, and then they're subplotting against each other. That was fun.
With Kid Loki and Alligator Loki.
Yes.
And, okay.
And then it was like, no, we're double-crossing you. It was like, well, obviously, this would never... Yes, of course, this is all you do. You deserve to be here. Oh, bunch of assholes.
It's Friday right now. The new James Bond is coming out. I don't even know if I will have had time to see it, and that's depending on where our San Francisco Giants are. They should be in the World Series, but goddamn, the Dodgers are the Dodgers.
Fuck LA.
Having said all that, I saw Venom 2.
Oh, yes.
I haven't seen Venom 1.
I have not either.
I was offended by the idea of Venom. I don't like anti-heroes. I don't give a shit about Deadpool, but much like that, where I sat out on Deadpool 1. I did see Deadpool 2, and I liked it.
I like Deadpool 2 as well.
I don't even really give a shit about Venom 2. However, there was a lot of talk in the first one about this gay subtext. And I was like, okay. It was talked about so much that even for the Blu-ray release, Sony just leaned into it and did a Valentine's Day promotion where they did this thing where Eddie Brock, Tom Hardy, and the CGI Venom are like about to kiss.
Aww.
There's no subtext in this. It's like all text, but they don't even commit to it. Like at one point, Tom Hardy and Venom get into a fight with each other, and Venom's just like, "Get out of the house! You have to." I was appreciative that the whole thing was just 90 minutes. And that was the selling point for me. I was like, "That's 90 minutes."
Everybody, you'll be on our side. I mean, you bring it in under that. Bringing it under 93, and we'll give it a look. We'll give it.
Having said that, it's still a long 90 minutes for me. Like,
ooh, that's rough.
I like the chemistry, but at one point I was just like, just suck his dick already.
Yeah, just get to it. I went down a wormhole here. There's so many symbiote types in the
Spider-Verse.
Yes.
Okay.
There's the black ones and the red ones, but then there's like the names are like Kill, Death, Murder, Destruction, Shatterface, and then there's one just named Michael. There's some weird ones in there.
Okay.
And then there's one, it's called like Dragon Swarm, I think.
Oh.
But surprise, surprise, it can turn into a dinosaur. Yeah. So.
There are dragons and
yeah.
dinosaurs.
Oh, wait. I
It's
think
an alien. It doesn't know anything.
Yeah. Or wait, is it? There's one named Tyrannosaurus Rex that I think can turn into a dragon.
Come on.
So yeah, it is rough to pick apart, but they're all over the place. They have their own like species and slurs for each other. There's a lot of symbiotes out there. It seems like they really double down.
Well, they definitely rushed through this thing, and again, I was great because it still felt like a slow 90 minutes. I was still glad it was only 9, but it's missing things. So, Woody Harrelson's girlfriend. Woody Harrelson's in that. Woody Harrelson is playing another serial killer, which I think is now becoming a type, which is kind of scary because his dad was actually a murderer.
Oh yes,
serial something or other. But we meet his girlfriend, who is also like got superpowers. Her code name is Shriek, and she's much like a siren or banshee.
Yeah.
But we don't get any explanation of where her powers came from, how they developed, what she went through.
Right.
And by the way, that's not a bad thing, but that's at least 8 minutes we would have had a year ago, probably.
Right.
And then there's a whole thing where Venom and Carnage don't meet until the last 15 minutes.
Really?
Really.
What is this movie about?
It's a lot of nonsense, actually. Like, you would be surprised if I tried to break it down for you. I think I'm going to recommend you see the double toasted review of it. They're still pretty good about spoilers, but you're like, really? No, wait, really? Come on, no, really?
Okay.
At one point, Venom goes to a rave.
I saw some clips of this.
That's the best
some
part.
DJing.
Honestly,
Yeah.
not DJing. He just grabs the mic from the artist there, and he's just like, "It's not fair." And people are like, "What's going on?" Like, why do people judge us for the way we look? Why do people like aliens should live in freedom? You know, like, I'm out of Eddie's closet. And like some shit goes, I love you. Like, he starts doing like this super progressive speech, even though he's just like bitching and venting about whatever is happening. Anyway, those two don't meet. Venom and Carnage until the last 15 minutes, and then Venom sees Carnage and goes, "Fuck this, I'm out." And he's like, "Whoa!" He's like, "That's a red one. I don't fuck with those."
A red one.
What's going on? The red one came from you, dude. What's that about? And no explanation. Now we just got a CGI fight.
Nice.
And it happens, and it ends, and you know, I don't feel like I still had to see the first one to get things. Like there's a detective with a hearing aid. I'm sure he's got a good story. It's fine, but
right. Venom always seemed like I'm still 0 for 2 on these, and perhaps I'll catch up. But Venom seemed like a Marvel movie that DC did. That's just what it sort of looked like.
Okay. I feel like that's a fair comparison.
For better or for worse, I would say. But good times.
Spoiler alert: mid-credit scene, the Venom and Tom Hardy are looking at the TV. And Tom Holland's Spider-Man is in it. Whoa! And so my entire audience went like, "Wow!" This was the only reaction in the entire movie that they emoted.
Are we gonna get all of our Spider-Man? Is that happening
in December? It's a commercial for 2 months from now.
That is something.
I mean, we're getting the Eternals in just 3 weeks now. 4 weeks.
Oh my!
Oh, your mask.
They're
all over your mask.
If they really wanted to wow us, they would throw us a bunch of Spider-Man, but then also all of the Batman in the same.
Well, that's supposedly happening in the new Flash movie.
Hell yeah. Flash can go, he exists across many strata of existence. Mm-hmm. He can find all of the Spider-Man. And my beery mask.
Beer all over my mask.
Perfectly placed.
I just spilled beer on
my
my mask.
Yes. Well.
My guy, it is great to see you. I am happy to report to you folks that when me and Kai are together, we're usually getting ready to do a new episode. Yes, it's been 2 months. By the way, Cut Through Island is actually like one of our most popular episodes right now.
Hell yeah.
It's amazing. So, but it's been 2 months, folks. We wanted to do more. Sometimes we just couldn't get it done. We tried a couple times, and
Just
Fate
kicked every
conspired against us.
every single possible way
So-
to fuck that one up.
But as you're listening to this, we are just about to talk about Training Day.
Hell
Wesley Snipes,
yes.
Ethan Hawke. I can't wait to hear what you think about this because this is the first time you've seen this movie. I'm going to leave it at that. So,
Wait. You did just say Wesley Snipes.
I've had a couple Mai Tais, though.
I would watch that one as well.
That would be great, right?
We'll
Wesley-
unpack this.
There's going to be so many notes about who was going to play Ethan Hawke's character in this episode. You'd be like, oh, wow, that'd be a different movie, too. Like-
The casting what-ifs we will definitely get into. Because, the entire timbre changes on that. But no, you'll go check that out on the regular feed.
Denzel Washington, Ethan Hawke,
Oh, my
Training Day. I can't wait to hear what you think about this guy. Speaking about Wesley Snipes / Denzel Washington,
Yes.
me and Pro Wrestling Hall of Famer Jameel Hemphill, we just talked about The Hurricane.
Hell yeah.
That's Sweet Science Cinema number 5. And then check out Kick-Ass Movies Podcast number 5 at the end of this month here in October. We're going to be talking about Kung Fu Jungle.
Hey!
AKA Kung Fu Killer Donnie Yen.
Fantastic.
It's actually a fun movie. It's a short episode, but it's a fun movie. It's a fun conversation. Guys, check it out. Check out the Microdose. You're already listening to that. Check out Waffle Box. We've plugged it a couple times. Kai, you want to throw anything out there?
All of the things, and I coming off of Cutthroat Island, I'm looking forward to Long Kiss Goodnight as well coming
That's going
up.
to be
That's gonna
December,
on our
guys.
feed.
After we talk about Lord of the Rings. The Lord of the Rings trilogy. That's our November episode.
Oh, we're going deep.
I promise. Pinky sweared that one. So, for Kai, I've been Kush Hayes. You've been you.
Rock on, Kush.
Rock on, Kai.
Microdose, 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 yeah, microdose.
From the Bosnet family.
Oh, bunch of assholes.